The honey badger slowly emerges from its underground burrow. The temperature has dropped, and the cool air carries hundreds of unfamiliar scents across the grasslands. He pauses, raises his head, and begins searching. Every smell tells a story. Some mean food, others mean danger. And tonight, both are everywhere. He moves through the tall grass, following the scent of something nearby. Then suddenly, he stops. A low growl comes from the darkness. Only a few meters away, a massive male lion lies beside a rocky outcrop. The lion has been resting after a long day. But now he has noticed the small intruder. The honey badger should turn around. Instead, he moves forward. The lion slowly lifts his head. The honey badger freezes. For a moment, neither animal moves. Then the lion rises. One step, then another. The honey badger suddenly charges forward, making himself look larger and more aggressive than he really is. The lion lunges, and the chase begins. The honey badger races toward a narrow gap between the rock. The lion's paw nearly catches him. But at the last second, the badger disappears into the darkness. The lion stops. The honey badger has escaped, but the night has only just begun. Deep in the grasslands, another opportunity appears. A large eagle owl has just captured a mouse. The owl lands on a low branch and prepares to feed. But it doesn't notice the movement below. The honey badger has followed the scent. He climbs toward the fallen prey and grabs it before the owl can react. The owl spreads its wings and attacks, but the badger refuses to release the meal. After a brief struggle, he disappears into the grass with his prize. For a few minutes, he finally eats. But hunger returns quickly. Then another scent reaches him. This one is different, stronger, more dangerous. A black-necked spitting cobra is moving across his path. The snake raises its head and spreads its hood. The honey badger stops. Neither animal wants to retreat. The cobra strikes first. The badger jumps sideways. Another strike. Another escape. The snake is fast, but the honey badger is relentless. He circles the cobra, waiting for an opening. Then he attacks. The cobra bites. For a moment, the honey badger collapses. But seconds later, he begins to move again. The venom has slowed him down. It hasn't stopped him. The cobra finally lies still. The honey badger moves away, carrying fresh wounds and a new determination to find food. Then he catches another scent: blood, fresh meat. Ahead, an African wild dog pack has abandoned an impala carcass. The honey badger approaches carefully. There is still enough meat left for a meal. He begins feeding, but he is not alone. A distant sound echoes across the darkness. Then another. Hyenas. The honey badger immediately looks up. 3 spotted hyenas emerge from the grass. Then 4. Then more. They surround the carcass. The honey badger refuses to leave. One hyena moves closer. The badger turns toward it and bares his teeth. The hyena lunges. The honey badger attacks back. For several seconds, the two animals clash violently. The other hyenas wait. They know the little predator is dangerous, but numbers give them confidence. One attacks from the side. The honey badger spins around. Another comes from behind. He fights his way through them, refusing to surrender the food. But eventually, the pressure becomes too great. He abandons the carcass. The hyenas claim the meal. The honey badger walks away hungry once again. But hunger has taught him something. The most dangerous food isn't always the best food. He needs something safer. Then the wind changes. A sweet scent fills the air. Honey. The honey badger follows it toward a hollow tree. Inside is a wild bee colony. Thousands of bees are hidden within the darkness. The badger begins tearing into the hive. Almost instantly, the bees swarm around him. They attack his face, his ears, and his back. But thick skin and loose fur give him protection. He keeps digging. The hive begins to break apart. Honey spills down the tree. The badger eats as quickly as he can. The bees continue attacking, but he refuses to stop. Finally, he pulls himself away from the ruined hive. His face is covered with stings. Yet for the first time tonight, his stomach is full. The night is getting colder. The eastern sky remains completely dark. The honey badger begins moving back toward familiar territory. But then another scent catches his attention. A fox. He follows it to a small den hidden beneath a fallen tree. 2 young fox cubs are inside. The honey badger approaches the entrance, but before he can get inside, something moves behind him. The mother fox has returned. She stands between the badger and her cubs. There is nowhere for her to run. She attacks. The honey badger tries to push forward. The fox bites at his face. He pulls back. She attacks again. This time, the badger retaliates. The struggle becomes more intense. The fox is smaller, but she has one advantage. She is defending her young. She refuses to surrender. The honey badger tries to reach the den. The mother blocks him again. Then suddenly, the badger stops. For several seconds, the 2 animals stare at each other. The fox snarls. The honey badger backs away. Perhaps the risk is no longer worth the reward. He turns and disappears into the grass. The cubs are safe, but the honey badger is exhausted. His body is covered in scratches and bite. His face still carries the marks of the bees. The cobra's venom has left him weak, and somewhere in the darkness, predators are still hunting. He needs to find shelter. But his journey home is not finished. A distant roar rolls across the savanna. The lion is still nearby. The honey badger lowers his body and moves through the grass. Every step is careful. Every sound could reveal his position. Then he hears movement. Something is following him. He stops. Silence. He takes another step. The sound returns. The honey badger suddenly turns. A hyena is standing behind him. The same pack has found his trail. The hyena moves closer. The honey badger refuses to run. He turns toward the predator and raises his head. The hyena hesitates. For a moment, neither moves. Then the honey badger charges. The hyena jumps back. The badger continues forward, snarling aggressively. The hyena finally turns and disappears into the darkness. The honey badger has won one more battle, but now he can barely keep his